A thread by Rex at social.quodverum.com. These election results are not statistically possible. Take a look at AP's latest election results. Notice something about the results. They're too accurate. Huh? It's true. According to the AP, Biden has 51.1% of the total votes, 79,887,852 of 156,379,611 total votes, except 79,887,852 isn't 51.1% of the total vote. It is exactly 51.085849039%. In fact, Biden won exactly 79,887,851.9995 votes, and they have rounded up his total votes to the next round number. Sorry, it's not possible to win 79,887,851.9995 votes. It's exactly the same for Trump. According to the AP, Trump has 47.2% of the total vote. In fact, the percentage is 47.202757142%, 73,815,488 over 156,379,611, or exactly 73,814,487.9993 votes. Impossible. They rounded Trump's final vote to the next whole number. If you do the math for the other candidates, you see the same pattern. The actual results are too accurate to be believable, and in each case, the reported vote total is a rounded up version of the actual exact number of votes to one person. In other words, if the AP was honest, they would report the vote totals by referring to the exact actual vote numbers, right? Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to announce that Joe Biden won 79,887,851.9995 votes, and Trump won 73,815,487.99993 votes, and Joe Jorgensen won 1,851,106.999996 votes, but they're not going to do that, are they? No. Why? Because everyone would say, you guys have used a calculator to work out the actual vote numbers, and realizing they can't be true, you then rounded them all up to look real. Another thing. If you do the math, you will see that the actual vote totals are all rounded up by approximately 0.01% each time to create rounded numbers. My question, what is the probability of that happening 5 times? I'm not good enough at stats to work it out. I think it's called the p-value, but my gut tells me that the probability is extremely low. Does this prove fraud? I think it shows with very high probability that the books are cooked. However, maybe there is a simple explanation. Somehow, the collation of votes at hundreds of different centers aggregated in a way to create outcomes where each candidate wins actual votes that are 0.01% less than the next rounded number. Yeah, must be that. Also, unicorns are real. I am 99.9% certain of it, give or take. MAGA. Addendum. Okay, this is weird. Thank you for sending this, and don't worry, your ID is secure. You know who you are. Anyway, check out this article from 2014 about the Syrian elections. Incredible. Maybe I am on to something. All right, let's check out this Washington Post article. All right. Why it's pretty obvious the Syria vote totals are fabricated. Now, I'm going to show y'all something cool. This is the Washington Post, and this is an article I'm sure that they'll really want to, well, get rid of. So we go to archive.today. Bam. And then I take that URL and I put it in here so the scumbags at the Washington Post can't memory hole it. Oh, it's already archived. All right, so we're going to look at the archived version. Why it's pretty obvious that the Syria vote totals are fabricated. Dr. Bashar Hafez al-Assad wins post of president of Syria with sweeping majority of votes at 88.7%. June 11th, 2014 at 2:02 p.m. UTC. Okay, let's see who wrote it. Who wrote this article? Andrew Gelman, contributor, Monkey Cage. Okay. I don't know if Secretary of State John F. Kerry is correct when he describes the recent Syrian elections as a farce, but the election totals definitely seem to be wrong. I was made aware of this by Anatoly Vorobey, who wrote, "It's immediate from this page, from Syrian Arab News Agency, see above image, that the results are fraudulent for the reason that I think haven't been noticed in the English language press, or at least I couldn't find a mention. They're too accurate. There's 11,634,412 valid ballots, and Assad won 10,319,723 votes at 88.7%. That's not 88.7%. That's 88.699996%. Or in other words, that's 88.7% of 11,634,412, which is 10,319,723.444 rounded to a whole person. All the other percentages in the results are the same way. So given the magnitude of the numbers, it's evident someone took the total number, used a calculator, and rounded. This was first noticed, to my knowledge, by a Russian blogger, Roman Tumaikin. The reason he looked at the vote counts in the first place was that a few weeks ago there was an identical case with a sham referendum in a Ukrainian province of Lugansk controlled by separatists. The vote counts were also all correct up to a rounding to a person. I checked the number. Okay, now we're back to the original the author of the article. I checked the numbers, and they confirm what Vorobey wrote from the official news release. Speaker of the People's. This is from the Syrian newspaper. Speaker of the People's Assembly, Mohammed Jihad al-Laham. Is his middle name really Jihad? All right, Mohammed Jihad. That's like a thing. That's from Team America World Police. Anyway, announced Wednesday that Dr. Bashar Hafez al-Assad won the post of the Syrian Arab Republic's president for a new constitutional term. The number of those who have the right to take part in the presidential elections inside and outside Syria reached at 15,845,575 citizens, and the number of participants in the voting reached 11,634,412, while the number of invalid papers reached at 442,108 with 3.8%. He added that the number of votes each candidate has gained in a proper sequence was Dr. Bashar Hafez al-Assad is 10,319,723 votes with 88.7% out of the correct votes. Dr. Hassan Abdullah al-Nouri got 500,279 votes with a percentage of 4.3% of the valid votes, while Mr. Meyer Abdul Hafiz Hajar got 372,301 with a percentage of 3.2% of the valid votes. Speaker Al-Laham said that the announcement of results came in accordance with Article number 86 of the Constitution and Item B of Article 79 of the General Elections Law, expressing by the name of People's Assembly his pride in the Syrian people's option and their correct decision, blessing at the same time this Arab leader who is confident in his people's will. Okay, so back to the original article, whose name is Andrew Gelman. So we'll look him up in a little bit. Let's try it out. All right, so I'm going to do it too. Assad, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, which syllable to stress. I want to do it right, but I don't want to look it up. Okay, so Assad at 0.887 times 116,34412 equals 103,19723.4. Okay. So all that happens is when you multiply it, Nuri 0.043 comes out to with a 0.7 decimal place, Hajar 0.032, and then it comes out to a 0.2 decimal place. And even the invalid papers 0.038, and then you get a 0.7 decimal place. Bingo. I hate to expose this one. Every time we publicize a new method of election fraud, it becomes that much harder to catch next time. But is this actually fraud? I can't say for sure, as I don't know where the numbers purportedly come from. It is possible, for example, that the exact totals are not as reported, and that what happened is that one person in the election office computed the vote proportions to the nearest tenth of a percent, and then a different person took those percentages and multiplied them by the total of 11,634,412 to get the numbers that were reported. All right, there's your Andrew Gelman article. That's basically exactly what Rex figured out. Go figure. Check it out, guys.